Daf Chavov Amud Aleph. We went a little bit to middle already because we had it last year, so we can start middle of the Amud already. It's the Gemara from Shmuel Vatan Reb Chia. We started with Shmuel B'Rabbaboy Shem Rav. He said this memra that stones of the Mercury god that became fell apart is still Einam Bitul Oilam. Why? Because it's like a Avodah Zarah Ivorim. It has many limbs, and each limb is considered a davar chashuv. So even if it falls apart, it's still not bottled. Now the Gemara is going to go into a different subject. The Gemara brings down a statement from Reb Chia. He says that they do have a bitul. And he even says what? And now the Gemara brings down like a small Keitzadim Avatla Reb Chia ba'ad Omer Baroik. So the Gemara is going to answer an interesting question. Or a Pinchas Kam b'des Jokisla. Kam in his Jokisla. So it's interesting that it's not really addressing the statement of Rabbi Yochanan so much, because he said a different reason, because Ein Lahem Bitul, because Avodah Zarah Shel Avarim, but we could at least understand this fact that there is a certain times when Yesh Lahem Bitul and certain times when Ein Lahem Bitul, without knowing exactly the reasoning, but there is such a concept that when there's not bottle because it's Takrovis of Avodah Zarah, and it does become bottle if it's not the curse of Avodah Zarah. So it's not exactly like Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan said because Avodah Zarah Shel Avarim. But we could say this should be the so I'm making a certain brackets because it's like not so addressing directly this problem, this theory, but it's saying there's a certain case where it does not have a bittul if it's the curse of Avodah Zarah. And Reb Chia says, Yesh Lahem Bitul. Or we could say, alternatively, that he's answering this question. That the fact that it fell apart is Ein Lahem Bitul. Yesh Lahem Bitul. He's saying that there's a different way. Tana Reb Chia, Yesh Lahem Bitul, Keitzadim Avatla, Reb Chia ba'ad Omer Baroik. If you want to have a bittul, it's Baroik. But it sounds more that it's a steer because he's answering Kam ben Zrakisla, Kam she'en Zrakisla. So it sounds like he's trying to answer this kasha on Rabbi Yochanan and Reb Chia. Okay, Kada. Now he brings down the story that it is a bittul, like we said before, that the etzem there is a bittul, not like Rabbi Yochanan. The only time there's no bittul, that's the only time I'm saying Go'en Bittul V'Shema Rav Ayri V'Kehai Gavna. Yeah. Sada, when it says a story where we see that it does actually help Bitul for Avnei Merkulis, and it's not at the curse of Avodah Zarah. If Shimon Berebi Avnei Merkulis Gerchatze, he had in his field a Merkulis. Also Gabi Burgenara, Uganar means a station guard, somebody that used to be in the Romans used to take care. Amalei, he said to him, begin the Shemos Darchoin Abo Mevachlam Acher. I heard that the king wants to pass by this field. V'chayecha, that made him inoccupy. He told him, this guy said for Shimon bar Rebbe that the king is going to pass by. So he said, yeah, for sure, you pick up the stones for the cover of the king, no problem. When the Riemann also that's what he said. So Rabbi Yochanan said to him, no problem. You think the king is passing here tomorrow? You pick up the stones. When the Riemann, when he picked it up, also boy Mitzvah. Could be Rabbi Yochanan spoke to this person. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Shimon bar Rebbe spoke to the station guard. Begin the Shamos. In Kippur. When the Riemann he picked it up, also boy Mitzvah. He wanted to take it. Amalei di in him. No. Shimon Rebbe says it's mine. Shomer B'chia Ruben Mar Isla Ime Bar Asher Yeladatoy that he had seichel to tell the guy to pick it up. Like this, the guy is Bathhouse Avodah Zarah, and then Shimon Rebbe is allowed to use it. V'ler B'chia Ruben Tenisen and when the Shomer Manei Chazav after you heard this story from Shimon bar Rebbe, that's when he made into a brisa that you could be mevatel. That's what Chia said before. Avim hakodesh yesh lehem bitul. So in a case, what's the bitul? Either the guy takes it apart, or it's you spit on it. That's a way of being mevatel. That if it just falls apart by itself, it's nothing. Because that's like a Avodah Zarah. But if a guy takes it apart or you spit on it, then they yesh lehem bitul. And also we have, if it's a truest Avodah Zarah, then it has no bit. I'm thinking maybe the case of the Mevatla goes on that. If it's a spasrum eleho, then the way to be Mevatla is through roik. Because then it's ready you can't do anything anymore. It's already a spasrum. So it could be that this goes ein la bitul oilam, spaz yesh lem bitul. And that's the only way to be Mevatla in spasrum. Yesh lem bitul. Rabbi Yochanan says, Yofalim Dono Rabbi Shekena Mishtachel Be'ezor Shel Avarim Ein Lem Bitul Oilam. Tanu Reb Chia Avon Makodesh Nis Pazru Yesh Lem Bitul. How can you say that it has no Bitul? That the answer is that the Takroivs of Avodah Zarah has no Bitul. This also should be in brackets because this is also a side note that he's saying that Nispazru does not have a Bitul. Because nothing happened yet. However, Yesh Laim Bitul, and the answer is, the Pinchas answers, Kam is Rakasla, Kam is Rakasla. When he said, Ein Laim Bitul, Ein Laim Avodah Zarah, he means Ben is Rakasla. And Reb Chia says, Yesh Laim Bitul, he means, Kam means Rav. But Kam, Reb Chia, the words of Reb Chia, talk with Ein is Rakasla. Divrei Reb Chia. Okay, zat ik maar weiter. Maatse bereisha. If he found on top of this Avodah Zarah Mois Kelim. He's talking about a Markulis here. He found at the head of the Markulis Mois Ksus Kelim, a Re'in Matos. Why? It's not a covet to keep money on a clothing, so it's not their covet, so it doesn't become usher. Now, these things are called takroivs of Avodah Zarah. You bring them as an offering. Bunches of grapes, or bundles of wheat, that's what the choice by the Zara. Even bunches of roses. I guess roses are less chashuv than tvua. That's what it sounds like. Iberoisha mais, a fila b'dezosh ein lo kan kalam, motze b'soicha ksusa kelim, harei in mutar, v'yesh lahakal also l'fnim kan kalam. That's we had before. If it's a certain curtain, it's for sure also. But if there's no curtain, if he found inside the temple where they worship, they found ksusa kelim, ksusa kelim. Why does he use ksusa kelim here? Why doesn't he say mois? I think the answer is because ksusa kelim is more normal. Afal pi shezeh normali yoiser mimois. Avodah Zarah yesh legina umerches. That was also a garden outside the temple. There's a garden or a bathhouse associated in the same courtyard of this Avodah Zarah. You're not allowed to say thank you for the koimer. If it belongs to other people,